Hello everyone. In the last video we have discussed about group dynamics. In this video we are going to cover the topic team. Now whenever a group is formally formed by an organization and when members are mutually accountable for each other, they work together for a common objective. This is called a team. Let's talk about the difference between group and a team. Now I think it is clear कि जो हमारा group होता है वो willingly लोग उसका part होते हैं. It is an informal structure. While जो team होती है उसमें बहुत ही सोचने के बाद, बहुत ही analysis के बाद लोगों को एक साथ इकट्ठा किया जाता है. It is a collection of individuals who work continuously to achieve a specific objective. So in a group we can say that the individuals are accountable for themselves only. While in a team there is individual as well as mutual accountability. अगर कोई भी लूप होल होता है, कोई भी आउटकम में प्रॉब्लम होती है तो पूरी टीम कहीं ना कहीं उसके लिए अकाउंटेबल होती है. मेंबर्स आर इंडिपेंडेंट इन अ ग्रुप while they are interdependent in a team. In a group, we don't specify any specific task or duty to the particular individual. While what happens in a team, every member, every individual is being assigned a particular responsibility for which he will be accountable. There is neutral synergy or sometimes social loafing, while in a team there is positive synergy. Now what is synergy? Synergy is basically when individuals or when activities are being synchronized and we hope that the outcome should be more than the input. That is what synergy is. मतलब लोग अगर आपस में मिलके काम कर रहे हैं तो जो हम चाहते हैं कि उनका आउटकम या आउटपुट ज़्यादा हो जितने हमने उसमें इनपुट्स लगाए हैं. अब टीम में ऑब्वियसली फॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर के बेसिस पे वो बनी गई है. उसमें कुछ ना कुछ अथॉरिटी है, कोई ऐसे लोग हैं जो उसको कंटिन्यूसली मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं. इट इज़ अ फॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर. तो उसमें पॉजिटिव सिनर्जी होती है. अगर कुछ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स भी हो जाते हैं उसको अल्टीमेटली रिजॉल्व करके ये देखा जाता है कि जो हमारा आउटपुट है या जो हमारा आउटकम है वो अच्छा निकल के आए. But in a group, it is not mandatory that every time there will be positive synergy. There may be neutral synergy or sometimes there may be social loafing also. Social loafing is opposite of synergy जहाँ पर क्या होता है clashes और conflicts को लेकर अल्टीमेटली जो आपका ग्रुप है वो डिसबैंड भी हो सकता है या फिर अल्टीमेटली क्या होता है कि जो आपका आउटकम होता है या आउटपुट होता है इट इज़ लेस देन द इनपुट्स वी हैव पुट. I hope the difference between group and team is clear to you. You can see in this picture also, group is formed naturally in response to satisfy social needs, while team is formed formally to accomplish organizational goals. The similarity between group and team is that in both we have collection of individuals. Say for example, if we have members from different departments who are working to solve a particular organizational problem. So that collection of individuals, that collection of members will be called a team. While we have collection of individuals who are meeting from different departments over a lunch break, that will be called a group. Now, if we talk about the stages of group or team development, we have to understand these 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Let's discuss them in detail. Now the first stage is forming stage, or it is also known as orientation stage. Orientation, as you know, this is the introductory phase where members come and they get to know each other. So this is a sort of formal interaction in which the members introduce themselves to each other, and there is not so much of clarity about the group goals. There is not so much of clarity about how the team is going to perform, how it is going to work out. So there is a bit of confusion. ये stage तब complete होती है जब सारे मेंबर्स को पता चल जाता है गोल्स के बारे में एंड व्हेन दे कंसिडर देमसेल्फ एज पार्ट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर टीम. जब वो अपने आप को एसोसिएट करने लग जाते हैं टीम से, देन दिस फॉर्मिंग और ओरिएंटेशन स्टेज एंड्स. Now next stage is storming stage. Now once the group members or team members have started associated themselves with a particular team, जब वो अपने आप को टीम या ग्रुप का मेंबर समझने लग जाते हैं, फॉर्मिंग स्टेज में तो वो बहुत फॉर्मल इंटरेक्शन था, बहुत पोलाइट थे, बहुत पेशेंट थे, बिकॉज दे वर न्यू टू ईच अदर. बट इन स्टॉर्मिंग स्टेज जब एक्चुअली उनको ग्रुप असाइनमेंट्स पता चल जाते हैं कि किस तरह से काम करना है, तो कहीं ना कहीं उनके कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अराइज होना शुरू हो जाता है. एज द नेम सजेस्ट स्टॉर्मिंग, सो देयर विल बी इंट्रा ग्रुप कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स और इंट्रा टीम कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेज. Now in this stage, the conflict which was there in the storming stage among the group members, the leader tries to resolve that and tries to clarify the individual role, task and responsibility and make them clear that how they have to work together so that the goal for which the team or group has been set, they will be able to achieve it. नॉर्मिंग स्टेज एज द वर्ड सजेस्ट मतलब इसमें कुछ सेट नॉर्म्स, कुछ रूल्स, कुछ कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट सेट हो जाता है जिससे कि जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अराइज हुआ था स्टॉर्मिंग स्टेज में वो कहीं ना कहीं ख़त्म होने लगता है एंड मेंबर्स रियलाइज दैट दे हैव टू वर्क कोहेसिवली टुवर्ड्स द गोल विच इज़ ऑलरेडी बीइंग सेट. Now, this stage is characterized by high level of maturity among the group members. They perform with due diligence, with due cooperation, coordination. Their participation and involvement is there in this particular stage, and they ensure timely completion of activities assigned to them. Now the last stage is adjourning stage. It is adjourned because of two reasons. First reason may be that the task has been completed by the members successfully and they congratulate each other, they greet each other, they enjoy their accomplishment and they may meet in future for further projects. Or second reason may be that the task has not been accomplished properly and the members are being adjourned and again it is going to start from the first stage, forming stage. Maybe some members which were already part of it may not be part of it in the next venture. Now let's talk about the types of team. The team may be of following types. First one is problem solving teams. Now in such teams, the members of a team work together so that the particular problem which an organization or a department is facing, that may be resolved. There may be people from different departments or there may be people from the same department. That depends on the kind of problem. Now there will be different steps which the members are going to follow. First, they are going to identify the problem, then they will develop alternative solutions, then they will see which solution fits best to solve that particular problem and action will be taken upon it. अब ऐसा हो सकता है कि ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग टीम्स या तो परमानेंट हो सकती हैं किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जो इसीलिए बेसिकली फॉर्म की गई है कि जब भी कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगी सो दे विल वर्क, और इट मे हैपन दैट दीज प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग टीम्स में डिसबैंड आफ्टर द वर्क इज कंप्लीटेड. तो टाइम टू टाइम जब कोई प्रॉब्लम अराइज होती है तब ये नई टीम बना सकते हैं और जब इनका काम कंप्लीट हो जाता है देन द टीम में डिसबैंड और अपने जो प्रीवियस वर्क असाइनमेंट्स हैं उनको कंप्लीट करने के लिए वो जा सकती है. सेल्फ मैनेज टीम्स, दीज टीम्स आर ऑल्सो नोन एज ऑटोनॉमस टीम्स और empowered teams. This is an really vogue nowadays. Now what happens, these are responsible for their actions. It gives them a sense of authority, it gives them a sense of responsibility क्योंकि उनके ऊपर कोई ऐसा कोई गवर्न नहीं कर रहा है, कोई ऐसी अथॉरिटी नहीं है, rather they have to take decisions on their own. So these teams are self-managed and basically it has been seen that self-managed teams में productivity turns out to be much higher. Cross-functional teams, there are different functional areas in an organization. There will be marketing department, finance department, HR department. So if we have people from different departments that form a cross functional team. अब ये teams भी ऐसा हो सकता है कि जब कोई particular problem आ रही है या कोई particular ऐसा task है जिसमें हमें सब department के inputs की requirement है तब ये teams बन सकती हैं and then they may be disband when the work is over.